Good morning. We are now here for a new tutorial, and Heidi is again in my salon and she wants a totally different hairstyle. So we make some changes and we made the most dramatic change in the colors. So Heidi, you may turn for you and the rest of the world and show you what you have now. Ja, rondje draaien. Thank you very much. Always start with protection. And what I'm going to do is to make a slight tattoo art in the sides, make a color darker and give her a new style. First I wet the hair a little bit, not too much. Set out the new line. Start at the sides using my Panasonic clipper. Use my clipper as a comb. Find the roundings around the ear. Correct the hair flow. Check out where it goes. Make the front nice soft. Put my blade in the sharpest position and clean the contour. Connect the front to the back. Travel over the skull bone. Can clean the contour. Use my clipper as a comb again. Now I have a nice, strong, short neckline. Set out the new line. It's for the longer upper hair. It will be a lot shorter because I want the dry ends of the summer. I don't want to get rid of it. So I take about 2 centimeters over the baseline I put out, I set out, and now I travel in the same line to the other side. Cut this line in one line. Leave some length at the back. Minor adjustment to the line. And I love my new Kiona scissor for this because it's a very sharp scissor and I love to work with it. It makes it possible to set out such a line. Take some hair over the line I set out, cut it in the same length, and then I go to the upper hair. Lay it over the guideline. and follow that line. And you can hear that the hair is better on the place where I cut it, because then you can hear the cutting of the hair, because the hair is there a little bit harder than on the ends, so then you hear the scissor work, and otherwise it just travels through the hair. Now I set out the line from the angle to the connection of the front till behind the ear. Leave the longer parts at the front, and this way I get rid of all the dry ends. Take up a part, come from ultra short to a little bit longer at the back. Connect to the line I just cut. Take a new part. And again you can hear the scissor working. You can hear the snapping of the hair and the scissor. Connect the short line to the side. So I have some hair to play with, and travel over the crown area to the back. In the front area I make a deep point cut technique. This way it better connects to the front. And do this also on top. This part gets a smaller point cut technique. It's not so deep, it's about a centimeter. In this front area I give also a deep slice technique. I find myself a connection to the front. Just roughly slice it out. I want the line at this side to be strong and a little bit brutal. That's why I slice it out very deep. I'm using a moon shape to slice the lines in. And again, I love my Kiona scissor for this. It's slice like hell. Now you see that the shorter line I laid on top is totally gone. It lays there, but you don't see it because the slice techniques take away the line I've made into it. So that's why I use the slice technique. The same technique I use around the ears. Be careful that you don't take away the ears. But it is possible, but I think she will give a lot of comment when I do that. But what would be the first on YouTube to take off her ear? It would be something. Slicing to the front, keeping length at the front, but I want to take away the dry ends. They don't color that good. And I want to make it a strong hairstyle so she gets a strong color. And it's autumn in Holland, so we can go to the reds instead of the blondes. We can go to the purple tones. This way you don't get a hard line, you stay soft, but also wild, and gives a nice opposite feeling of the short underlayers and the underhair. In the crown area I give also a technique to create more volume, and that I do in a freehand style. And this is the connection to the deep point cut technique I used at the upper hair. So this one is even deeper because here I want some volume, so I slice in the underhair. Find a clean line. Coming to the front, leaving the length. Just make it more in a flow. And the nice thing about this length is you can also wear it behind the ears. So when you don't want it into her face, you put it behind the ears. She has a nice short hairstyle. Take away some small hairs. And connect to the side. Looking at the way they fall. And then you see that some hairs lay down and others stay up. So the hairs that lay down I take away because I don't want them in my hairstyle. So that's how I see the flow of the hair. And when I want to try the short hair into the opposite direction, I have to use a lot of gel or hairspray, and that I don't want. I want a natural way to do it. So by taking away that small part, the hairs lay easier to the other side and give a better hairstyle. On the side I make some small tattoo art, not too much, but I want to create something nice in it. I do that with my small clipper, and this is a clipper from Theo. By holding the blades on the skin, you get a very deep cut into the hair. Give it some strong lines, not too much roundings into it. This way I can work it out stronger. And now my haircut is ready to color. Because she has so much blonde into her hair, she don't have pigment anymore. And I want to go to a blue-purple tone. So what I do now and what I use now is from Color Dynamics is a purple, and the nice thing about the purple of this is that it gives new colors into the hair before I pre-color the hair, and it is a deep conditioner, so I have already a color into the blonde tones, and then makes that the color I put on afterwards better stays into the hair. I leave this pre-color into the hair for about 50 minutes, rinse it out, and then I'm back and show you the other colors I put into her hair. We're back from the first part of our colors, and this is dynamic colors. So now I dry the hair, and then I'm going to color it. And you see that this color filled up the ends, so there I have more power in the rest tones. So now I'm going to color it with real colors. Okay, the first color I'm going to use is with 20 volume, 6%, and it's from Lakme. It's a 522 together mixed with a blue tone. It's a 070, and that I put on top. And before I mix in the darker color, I color in some lines that I want in the same color, so that's what I do first. Using the same color as I use on top. Now I mixed in a 0 tone, and now the rest short hair I color in the rest color I put on top, mixed with a 0 tone. This way my color line will be stronger, and this is also what I use on the eyebrows. Come into the color with a deep red. This is 666, also with 20 volume, and a little bit red mixed tone. The next tone I use is an orange tone. It's a 749. Also, because she has a blonde natural color, I use 6%. And with a mix of the red and the coppers, I make a red copper line. Make connection to the both lines. Take a small amount of the hair color I used on the sides. There where I put on in the 1, 0. And this stays on the eyebrows for 5 minutes and rinsed out with a cotton wick and a little bit shampoo. At the sides with the cotton wick, preventing from flowing from the colors. And this stays on for 20 minutes, and then we're back. Now I'm going to dry it. And what I use on top is a bead spray. Shake it before you use it. I want some roughness into the hair, so that's why I use bead spray. Gives me an extra hold on the hair. Blow dry it with a brush. bead spray makes the hair very, very strong. Gives it a real hold. And it's a shame that I don't have back lights, because then you would see the color more better. But I make some photos outside so you can see on the photos how wonderful purple the tones are. Next thing I'm going to use is also from Rover Hair. It smells lovely. It's a whole tree. It's a synthetic wax. It smells like orange. And the synthetic wax is a wonderful product to work with, because it don't drops when it's getting warm. It stays the way it is. Put some on the sides, just the rest of what I have on my hands to bring out the colors better. And this is my new hairstyle for Heidi. Okay Heidi, my turn for you and the rest of the world to show the end result. It's not your stomach we hear. Thank you very much.
I'm happy.
Okay.